LTC, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to first, we refer to my last video when the price was here. I mentioned that mostly we can expect the price to drop, and this is what we get. That's why when we were talking about the buy setup, I mentioned that only based on 1 hour chart there was no trade, and when we moved to 15 minute, I mentioned that when the price was within this, I mentioned if anyone wants to trade with this and related, I mean with a trade the flag, the only way they can have in trade above this, and I mentioned it's very risky trade. But when we see this one, this is what the reason we shouldn't take the trade. And even if anyone is still they take the trade, then I mentioned if there is any trade they get after 1 hour is not moving, they should take out the trade. I think more than 1 hour the price. I mean, the price was within above the stop. Okay. By the way, there was no trade setup. Then what's the next? And if we see the price drop, and based on 1 hour chart also there was no trade setup. Even we get the down move what we were expecting, we get this one, but there was no trade setup to jump in. And how about the 15 minute? Okay, there was nothing, just all I mean, there was nothing to perfect to trade unless traders they trade based on this as a correction. But for me I didn't, because I don't see anything to trade. Okay, and what I was looking for the correction to buy, and the only things we got was here. Okay, but this is not the perfect correction, but when we see the price come to the trend line, they start to correct. If we move to lower time frame, we will see it. That's why there was opportunity to buy from here, but not the very good opportunity. I know the question is, this one is moving. Anyone is in this trade, they should watch out. Maybe the price can move into the bigger correction, and from now, if you want to look for buy, first of all, if the price start to correct from here, this is where we can look for buy. And another opportunity, how about if the price continue from here, we put the entry above this. Okay, we don't want to put the entry here because it can take whether move for the bigger correction or drop. Okay, but right now the only way we can trade, we wait for the correction, for the bigger correction, for the continuation. All right, that means we don't have any trade set up right now. And forward chart, we have nothing. First of all, I move to daily. All right, and again I move forward chart. We don't have any trade setup, and based on forward chart, just now I explained based on 1 hour, if we get any correction, because in relative to the this, we can trade it similar to what we have here. Okay, and when the price come to this level, we start to manage, because we expecting the price to come here. This is where we should look into the trade, whether it can break or not. And even I mentioned if the price continue from here, there is no trade setup here. I mean, we didn't get any correction. The entry above this can be an idea, but we need to know how to manage it. If the price tag we see is not moving within 2 to 3 hours, we don't stay with the trade. We take out the trade. Why we can have entry above this? If we get the correct, I mean, if we get a trade within this range, we take it. But if we didn't take the trade, the only way we can have entry above this. In case what we want, in case the price can break the top and continue. But again, it depends on the traders. Do they have the experience to trade with entry above or not? Because we are within this big correction. Okay, and anyway, when I call it the big correction, I mean when we're talking about the 1 hour chart. Anyway, we just follow the chart and see whether we can get another trade setup or not. Thanks.